Davin Rickard, Army Staff Sergeant.
What year did you join?
I joined my sophomore year of high school, which would have been 87, maybe? 1987.
Where did you go to school?
Eureka, Montana. So I joined my junior and senior year. I was National Guard and then graduated and went straight active. Initially, it was just something to do and money. I was in high school and needed a job, and I didn't want to deal with lumber mills, or I couldn't really have like an actual job because I was in school. National Guard was 2 weeks a year and 1 weekend a month. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do that. Just enjoyed it so much that when I graduated, I was like, let's just do it full time. And I went active.
How long did you serve?
24 years. Well, because I went at such a young age, I think I grew up fast. Made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot of lessons that I probably wouldn't have learned if I wasn't in that position. But it taught me the self-confidence. It taught me that I can persevere anything. It's just a mindset of how do you address it and make it work. So, it took a lot of teamwork, just a lot of characteristics that makes me who I am today. So I think it was a good move.
Yeah, so those are all very good skills, right?
Yeah, because it's just, those are, there's some skills that you don't necessarily learn out here, I mean, nowadays, a lot of people are just like, I don't like this job, I'm quitting. Well, when you sign a 4-year hitch, you can't exactly just quit. You're stuck there for the 4 years, so you need to make it work. So, I mean, like I said, it just taught me a lot of things, and a lot of things that are lacking nowadays.
Where were you stationed?
All over the United States. I was sent to Germany, South Korea. I visited North Korea. That was not fun. So Germany, South Korea, pretty much the States. I was deployed to Iraq for 1 tour. I was in Iraqi Freedom, which was like not the initial war, but like maybe the 3rd campaign in, I guess. I was a staff sergeant, so I had a responsibility for 8 more lives besides mine. And if anything would have happened to any one of them, that's something I would have to live with. And it's not, there's only one other time that I came close to having to deal with that. And it's not a good feeling, because you're the one that's going to be having to explain, why did you let this soldier die, or how did this happen? And you better have a good justification. You better have a really good reason why.
Did you, at those moments, did you question what you were doing there? Did you question the opportunity that you took to join the military or anything like that?
No, I did it willingly.
Just move forward.
And when I went, I knew there's a chance that I could die. I could make that ultimate sacrifice. But like I said, I did it because I know there's someone out there who didn't want to do it. I know there's someone that just, I ain't doing it. And
or
someone
maybe
had
wanted
to do
to,
it.
but was not able to.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's like my father. He tried to join 4 times. And every time he tried to join, he had a broken something, leg, arm, finger, I don't know. He was always hurt and they just wouldn't take him. So I guess my father tried to follow in his father's footsteps, and in turn I did. I don't know.
Would you have changed anything about your time in the military?
Well, going back about 30 years, I might have changed a few things I've done. But then again, those things are what makes me who I am today. So if I change those, then I change who I am today, and I don't want to do that. So no, I think I just take those mistakes and learning lessons and roll with them.
What would you like people to know about the military?
The military isn't for everyone. And there's nothing hard, nothing bad about people who can't do it or don't want to do it. It's a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of late nights. It's a lot of early mornings. And depending on the job you choose, there might be a lot of deployments involved. But if you're going to choose the military, know that you're doing it for the right reasons, and know that those reasons are what's going to push you through and keep your mindset where it needs to be, to where you decide, I'm going to stay the full duration, or I'm going to get out early and leave. But yeah, just it's fun. It's definitely a journey. You will learn a lot about yourself, and you will definitely overcome trials within yourself that only you can deal with. But it's all a part of the growing process. So if you're going to join for the right reasons and be committed. Don't just join to slough off, and because you're a team and you're only as strong as your weakest link. That's where my pride comes from, knowing I did my job, knowing that when I left, there was someone there to fill my shoes. And I knew that my team was a good team. So the next sergeant that came in and took my spot, I knew his job wouldn't be that difficult. He just had to pick it up and roll with it. I went in as armor. I spent 4 years armor. And I got to thinking, what am I going to do on the outside? So I chose a different job and went network information technology. So now I have computer knowledge, I have network knowledge, and I have stuff that I can actually use on the outside.
How do you feel about being a veteran?
I feel good. I know that I did my part. I know I served my country, and I know I did it for the right reasons. And I know the sacrifices I made weren't in vain. So I'm pretty proud of that I lasted 24 years and that I achieved the rank I did.
Did you have kids?
Yes, I have 2 beautiful daughters in Oklahoma.
Are they going to serve? Or are they serving? Or
No, they're going to serve a different way. They're registered nurses.
Cool.
My oldest one is 25 and she's a registered nurse. My youngest one hasn't finished high school yet and she's already a registered nurse.
Wow.
And she plans to go to college to further that more into the medical field. They're good kids. I'm very proud of them both.
Cool.
But like I said, God's blessed me with a good career, a good life. So I wouldn't change anything.